Howdy, howdy, howdy. It's time for another review of The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, Season 2, Episode 21. Why can't we be friends? Alright, y'all, this is the last episode of, I don't want to say iconic because it's used so often, but the other franchise is going to have to up their game, because every time Salt Lake went left, they went right. Then they went right, they went left. This season's like no other, and I'm a little bit sad because we're losing Jennie because Barlow didn't vet them. Didn't know her feelings about Black Lives Matter, which was all over Facebook. Bad. But I enjoyed her, and I'll go into reasons why. Then we're losing Mary Crosby. She just had too much stuff on the side, too much to risk. The congregation may not approve. We don't know why she didn't show up at the reunion, but she missed a big paycheck, because that's where you get your bonus, showing up for the reunion. And then we have amazing Jen Shahs, who goes to trial next month. And so we don't know if she's going to be back. And that's a big hole to replace. I mean, I love Heather, I love Whitney, the other two, But this could be the best we ever see from Salt Lake. So I'm a little sad, a little bothered. This episode wasn't much. It was hyped up. We get to see the ladies for the last time. The husbands get together, which I enjoy the husbands. The husbands generally seem to like each other, and they want to keep the ladies together so they can all remain friends. Everybody was there except Mary's husband, Robert Sr. We even get the kids, and we get to see all the kids. We get to, So, episode 21, is basically about the Barlow's tequila party. She's launching a new bottle of her Vida tequila. And, again, there's not much to see here. My issues with the Meredith thing is Meredith is not forthcoming. You ever have those friends who can't tell you how they really feel? When it comes to feelings, they'll, instead of saying, listen, this really bothers me when you do that, they'll turn left and they'll go, well, I'm uncomfortable, but we're still friends. And pretty much that's what Meredith has done to the ladies. Particularly Jen Shahs, who's, after her arrest, she discovered that a whole lot of people not on her side. So whatever friends she has left is really important, and she really, for whatever reason, wants Meredith's friendship. But Meredith is done with her. Y'all know that. When you go after children and family and the whole nine tails. But instead of Meredith saying that, she's saying things to Jen like, I can't be the friend you want now. No, you don't want that bitch in your presence. It's just that simple. And the only one who sees it clearly is Heather. Heather, like, come on, you guys. Same thing between Meredith and Lisa. Meredith keeps a list. She checks it twice. She don't want nothing to do with Lisa because Lisa's a friend of Jen who said stuff about her kids. And instead of coming out and saying, listen, it bothers me that you're a friend of this woman who hurt my son, went after my family, stole from my shop. We've been buddies. It bothers me. She's not saying that. Meredith could have taken she could have taken a page from Mary Cosby's book, who basically said, listen, I don't like you, don't want nothing to do with you, get away from me. And that's what she said about Jennie. I ain't got no interest in Jennie. And that, and it bugs the shit out of Jennie that Mary can just sit there and ignore her and enjoy it at the same time. That's why I'm gonna miss Mary. But this is what this episode was about. Why can't we still be friends? No. The only person Meredith wants to be friends with is Mary Crosby. Weird, wacky, sad. The woman who comes up with the best confessionals, and she can dismiss somebody. And, and there's so many people who are just not worthy of it. Black people not worthy of her. Mexicans are not worthy of it. Now she's taking on Asians. I'm gonna miss Mary. So, the big event, and I'm starting at the back and just working forward, was at the Vida. It went down. Now, we're clear on Meredith, but my fun part was Mary and Jennie. Mary is just dismissed Jennie, and it's just bugging the hell out of Jennie. Bugging the hell out of Jennie. I ain't got nothing to do with her. I said I wasn't going to be her friend. She's dismissed. So, Jennie's just staring at her. She should have at least acknowledged me. I'm in the room. Mary has told you, Jennie. Can't you take a hint? Go read a book. Go talk to somebody else. Mary ain't got time for you. She's told you that. So anyway, Whitney, who's half lit, comes over to Mary and says, listen, I want to talk to you. I want to talk to you. Mary's not into it because Mary don't want to deal with people who's drunk. It's just, we can talk when he's sober. But Whitney's insisting. And Whitney says, listen, I want to apologize for things I've said about the church. But let me tell you why I did it. I did it because you was nasty to me. And Mary says, well, I'm never nasty to anybody. Well, Jennie's sitting up there leaning into every word. Like, this bitch says she's not mean to people. Next thing you know, Jennie's jumping off the table, jumping into this. And she's interrupting Whitney, but she is so pissed, so out of her head that she pulled a first season Jen Shah. Jen Shah's at a party she threw for Meredith and threw a glass across the room. Well, Jennie, who clearly, she's the rookie, clearly been paying attention, thought she would throw a glass and break it at the party. This wasn't lost on Jen. Jen said, well, that's cute. But been there, done that. And I threw my glass further. So they are screaming. Mary's like, listen, I'm not here for the rookies. I'm a lady. And she walked out with a smile on her face. I mean, it's a secret smile that I think she was just so happy that she got Jennie so riled up. Don't tell anybody, but I'm kind of like that too sometimes. I know it's not a nice, good look, but sometimes when you're over them, but they're riled up, you've been honest with that person, they're still riled up, that's on y'all. We told you, but for whatever reason, my presence just bothers you. I get tickled. Y'all don't tell nobody. Now, the fun of the night to me was Whitney and her husband, Justin. Everybody's been busy and ain't had time to get busy, if you know what I mean. Busy, busy, busy. And so Whitney's made it clear, listen, I'm tired of some robotic sex. I can't see out these glasses. So she greeted her husband in this hot bikini. there was no question about her curves, and told him to drop his clothes out of the door. And next thing you know, there's paper all over the floor. She's got paint, and they doing it, making art with sex. I need to write that down. Now the sad part about it is Heather. The Mormons are tough. Heather arranged a celebration for her life. Her father died a year ago. She wasn't welcome she's not welcomed by the family, basically because she's been public about her break with the Mormons. And from what I understand, and you'll correct me if I'm wrong, once you break from the sect, they're not going to see you later, if you know what I mean. See you in heaven. And so even at this time, a lot of her family didn't show. Her mother, who actually she hasn't seen her mother in a year or so, showed up. But her mother hugged other members of the family, but not Heather and her immediate family. It's very, very sad. At the end of this, there's a fight. And I told you this is not going to be a long review. At the end of the event, Jen Shah, even last season, suggested that Meredith had other men in her life. And it all came to a head at the party. Even Lisa, in her famous hot mic moment, said, she's fucked her way through New York. That deserves a. And but Meredith said that she has information on the ladies. Now, whether she has information, we're not going to find out until the reunion, maybe. But when she did hired her PI picked up information. But I was under the impression that her PI only did, she only wanted information on Jen Shah. So this is pretty much where it ended. The reunion's going to be good without Mary, which is too bad. I'm looking for the reunion. I'm going to say it again. I know some of you are tired, but this has been an epic season of all the Housewives. I mean, Beverly Hills lived and died on Erica Jane and her husband's stealing money. But this has been not just Jen's issue. There have been so much drama in different areas, not just focused. Because Bravo would have just ran on Jen stuff alone, but there was so much juice. There was so much rich food in this season of Salt Lake that the DVDs, people are watching this video, and I appreciate people watching this video saying they're telling their friends to watch. Hurry up and watch before the reunion. This channel is growing because of you. I want to thank you. I don't know what I'm going to be reviewing again. I can't do OC. Beverly Hills is not interesting me, not showing anything. I will say, New Jersey seems to have it going on, but it's a little bit more of the same. But I think for all the people who are watching, I'm glad that this is growing. And I thank all of you for telling your friends about it. And I want to hear from you on the different platforms. This is the Rodfather, 916. And that was a Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. Thank you much for watching. And tell a friend. Bye now.